the common logarithm, when the base of the logarithm is 10, we call that the common log, and we just don't write the base of 10. So log base 10 of x, we would just write as the log of x. Okay? So if you don't see a base on your logarithm, it's understood to be 10. Okay, so let's look at evaluating logarithms. Okay, so it's no longer set up kind of like an equation. We're not trying to convert forms, but we're trying to figure out, well, what is the answer to this? Now, there is a log button on your calculator, but it's just the common log. Okay, it does not, unless you have one of the newer calculators, a personal calculator, you can't change the base of the logarithm. So right now, we've got to use our knowledge of logarithms and exponents to figure out what this answer is. So log base 7 of 49. What that's saying is 7 raised to some power is equal to 49. So what is that power? The 2. Okay, the second power. So log base 7 of 49 is equal to 2 because 7 squared equals 49. Okay, how about number 14? Log base 3 of 27. 3 to what power is equal to 27? The third. Okay, 3 cubed equals 27. That's kind of how you can check it after you say that that's the answer. So number 15, it doesn't have a base, so it's understood to be 10. So 10 to what power is 100? The second. 10 squared equals 100. Okay, number 16, log base 12 of 1. What did I tell you on the front? That answer is always going to be 0. Okay, because 12 to the 0 power is 1. Anything to the 0 power is 1. Okay, number 17, log base 2 of 64. 2 to what power is 64? The 6th. Good. Because 2 to the 5th is 32, so multiply by 2 again, you get 64. Okay, how about log base 3 of 243? 5. 3 to the 5th. 3 cubed is 27, 3 to the 4th is 81, 3 to the 5th is 243. Okay, number 19. Ooh, we got to think about this one a little bit. Okay, 9 to what power is 1 over 81? Negative 2. Perfect. Y'all didn't hesitate a bit. Okay. Ooh. How about this one? Log base 64 of 4. 1/3. Very good. Okay, so 1/3. Now, I may need to explain that a little bit. 4 cubed is 64. Okay, 4 cubed is 64, but we've got to go the other way, so it is the reciprocal power. I don't know if y'all remember this, or if you learned it in Math 2. The 1/3 power is equivalent to the cubed root. Okay, did y'all do that in Math 2? Okay, the 1/3 power is the cube root. So the cube root of 64 is 4, because 4 cubed is 64. Okay, now, the thing is, these logarithms like this are not always going to be nice, pretty, whole number answers, okay? Which means that those two numbers may not always have an explicit relationship with each other. So we use something called the change of base formula. Log base b of a, if we're going to evaluate this in the calculator, we've got to do the log of a divided by the log of b. Okay, the log of a divided by the log of b. So 16 and 64, they are semi-related. They could both be written as base 4s, but let's just use the change of base to figure out what this is. So that's equal to the log of 64 divided by the log of 16, and we're going to use our calculator. Okay, now, what you have to remember with using the calculator is you have to close the parentheses, because when you type the log, it automatically starts your parentheses for you. But you have to close it after that 64 before you divide by the log of 16. Okay, if you don't, it's not going to give you the right answer. So it says 1.5. I prefer fractions, so I'm going to write that as 3/2. Okay, so 22. Log base 8 of 32 is the log of 32 over the log of 8. So we type that in. Log 32 divided by the log of 8. The reason why I write it out here, and I'm definitely going to write this one as fraction, 5/3. Okay, the reason why I write it out is because people tend to forget the change of base formula, so I want you to be able to look back at these notes here and know what you actually typed into the calculator. Okay, so 23 would be the log of 54 divided by the log of 2, and you have to have both those logarithms. Okay, it will not work to just do log 54 divided by 2. You have to have the log of 54 divided by the log of 2. Probably not going to turn that one to a fraction. Nope. So this one we're just going to have to write approximately 5.755. Okay, now 24, we really don't have to use change of base, right? Because it's a base of 10, so we can just type that in, log of 294. I know the paper here has the base of 10, but the good news is, if you were just on the change of base train here, and you didn't think about it, and you just typed it in, it's still going to give you the right answer, because what's the log of 10? It's 1, because 10 to the first is 10. So it's not going to hurt you. It's just more than you have to type in. Okay, the last few, I'm just going to type them in instead of writing it over and over again. Log of 136 divided by the log of 4, approximately 3.544. Now, do we really have to use change of base for 26? We shouldn't. What's the answer to 26? -2. But the good news is, I mean, if you typed into your calculator, it's going to give you the right answer. The log of 1/36 divided by the log of 6, it's still going to tell you the answer is -2. Okay? But my point is, we really didn't have to take the time to type that in. Okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to finish up that worksheet there.